Welcome to, if you can't tell already, Carowinds. Sophie, are you ready to ride the most boring coaster that you've ever ridden in your whole life?
Yep.
She thinks Fury's boring. She's crazy.
Well, it has a drop.
It has a drop, it has some things. It's one of the best layouts of all time. Anyway, if you guys want to hear us argue about Fury for the next 15 minutes, check out this vlog. And we're going to write up a bunch of other stuff too, as Sophie tries to get to 300 credits by the end of this trip.
Yep.
You gonna do it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get 5 credits here today. Possibly hurler, if it's not rough, but I have very low hopes for that. Sophie doing the obligatory in 2 states at once. Sophie, get back in my state. Okay, that's the last time I tell you, Missy. Amy, you have to get out of both states. You can't be in both states at once. What are you doing? It is kind of wet out here, but it's also quite humid. Sophie, are you sweating yet?
A little bit.
Yeah. So our goal is to get 5 new credits for Sophie and rewrite the 3 that she liked so much, which was Fury, which she thought was boring, Thunderstriker, which is the first time I get to see that, and Carowinds, which seems to be Jekyll and Hyde in terms of if it's good or bad. So let's see how it is this year. You just got an awesome pack row ride on Fury. What'd you think?
Yeah, that was a lot better this time. I don't know, it just seemed
It was just better for some reason?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe because the trains are full. I mean, we walked right on. It's not that busy today. It is a Friday, but the weather's kind of questionable. And there's great capacity on this thing too. But they did have a full train, and maybe that helped. Last time the park was pretty dead when we were here. So that was a great ride. I have no complaints. I know the first ride I got with Sophie last year, we were like in row 2, and it wasn't that good, and I might have jaded her a little bit. But now that we got to start in row 8, I think she's a fan. Fury fan, officially?
Sure.
Better than Diamondback?
No.
Okay. Okay. We'll work on our rankings. We'll release those at the end of the year. Guys, ever ride Fury and check out the store afterward? This is like one of the best merchandise stores for any coaster I've ever seen. It's really, really awesome. So we are going to try to ride Vortex. I don't think I've been on this in 6 years. Sophie, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
She rode Firebird, she rode Green Lantern. This is kind of a combination of the two. So I guess we'll give it a try and see what happens.
Buckle your safety belt and pull up on your shoulder.
Some people call that the worst B&M. I didn't think it was that bad. Sophie?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't jerky or rough or anything. It's a little outdated and small, but I'm glad Sophie got to ride it because I was a little nervous it'd be a head smasher, and it wasn't.
Anyone having difficulty should go. Must be stored in a pocket. Hands must.
Carowinds, the Jekyll and Hyde coaster. I would say that was more towards whatever characters the not good one. Sophie, what do you think?
I think it was a fun ride.
Yeah, it has good elements.
Yeah.
But the ride as a whole kind of has some dead spots. I think.
I think it was good.
You think it was good?
I think it was fine.
Was it better than last time?
Yes.
Okay.
And I like the theming.
The theming's good. Yeah, Granny's Moonshine, snakes and misspelled words all over the place.
Yep. This is one of the rides where you will fall out if you're not wearing your...
Right, yeah. Yeah, she was talking about loops where you will or won't fall out. And she's like, oh, which ride was it that you were saying that you would fall out? Was it Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that one you'll definitely fall out. You fall in the first loop if you don't want to have your lap bar down. So I thought it was a fun ride. Just when you're talking about like the 1-2 punch of the park, I'd probably put Afterburn over it. Okay, Sophie wants to do Boot Blasters. I've never done it before, so I guess we're going. Yeah. Let's do it. Okay, never mind. Boot Blasters was down. So, let's check out the brand new Aeronautica Landing. It's the first time I've seen it. Brand new area they introduced last year. See if it's any, see if it beats Steamtown at Six Flags America. Okay, this is a Zamperla, so apparently it's going to open for 1 week and then not again until next year. So Aeronautical Landing, nice little area. It's nice how they kind of incorporated some new rides there, and then also has a lot of historical airplane. You know, this is the birthplace of flight, North Carolina. So that was pretty nice. Nice little area. Not like super themed like Steamtown, but still a really good addition to the park. And just on the outskirts of that is Afterburn, which Sophie will be riding for the first time. Well, I have not ridden Afterburn in, what, 5 years? 2019? That was Sophie's first time. Sophie, what did you think about that?
That was like the smoothest thing I've ever ridden.
Seriously, like most inverts have a little bit of shakiness up to them. That was pretty much 100% glass smooth the whole way. We went in row 3. Could have ridden the back, but I wanted to spare her because I know that ride can get kind of intense. So it was a little bit more mild in the front, but so smooth. And you still get all that speed. Like, that was one of the most relentless rides, inverts you can possibly imagine. Probably only second to, I'd say, Batman, in terms of it just doesn't let up. In terms of you just one element after another, you're just whipping through them. So I'd say that was an excellent invert. Sophie, Afterburn or Alpengeist?
Afterburn.
The Alpengeist had a couple moments, didn't it?
Yeah.
A couple moments that weren't so great. Afterburn was pretty awesome. Sophie, what are the two most magical words in coaster enthusiast land?
You guys are all
Empty backseat?
No, Bugs Bars. Well, that was Sophie's 293. She is 7 away from 300.
I thought I already wrote that.
No, you have not ridden that one. You've ridden stuff like that before, like Canada's Wonderland, King's Island, King's Dominion. Yeah, they used to like to pack in these clone coasters back in the old King's Entertainment days, back in the 70s. So, yeah, that you had not ridden that yet. So that's 293. And what did you think about that?
Pretty janky.
Pretty jank. I mean, it's one of those coasters you can feel the floor of the car like bending as you're riding, which is, you know, typical for an old coaster. But 2 trains on a kiddie coaster. The funny thing is that they hadn't even opened the gates yet to let the other people on the first train when we hit the brake run. So how necessary 2 trains is on a kiddie coaster, I don't know, but I like the effort. All right, so if you rode the 2 kids coasters in the area, Kitty Hawk, was that jankier than Woodstock Express?
Yes.
So that's embarrassing for Vekoma, man. This thing's like from 2003. It's jankier than an old wooden coaster. This has the old restraints that come on right by your ears, kind of like the Bad at Lagoon. Yeah, so those can definitely cause some head and neck banging. This one wasn't too bad, I don't think, but I think Carowinds needs to give this a little renovation, maybe change the trains or something, because you know, it seems pretty popular. You know, it's the most biggest line in the park, but still not too good. That might be the only Hawk that Sophie gets to ride today, because Nighthawk I have not seen go all day, and would not shock me if that was just down. And just a confirmation, the ride is not scheduled to open today, being Nighthawk. Right there. So, Sophie, we're not going to ride this today. That's not a big deal. This probably is the worst of the flying coasters. So maybe I'm sparing you a headache. I don't know. I've not ridden this thing in 6 years either. And when I did ride it, it wasn't that bad, but I was expecting the worst. So we got 4 credits. I'm gonna try to ride Hurler to see if it's okay for her to ride. Not optimistic about that. But if we can, then all we need is 5 more at Dollywood and she gets 300. Sophie, the changed names is a new credit?
No.
No? I'd say yes.
Welcome back, riders. Please remain seated.
Sophie, guess what? You just got Thunderstruck.
Okay.
Don't copyright me, AC/DC. So she doesn't remember writing that. That was her favorite right here last time.
It still is.
Still is. Better than Fury.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so we can't call it Intimidator anymore because it's not. We lost the theming. So what are we gonna call it? Like Thunder Trimmer? I guess. It's not as clever, but I guess we can. Good airtime. Not my favorite hyper. What's better, this or Apollo?
This.
This or Diamondback?
Diamondback.
That's right. See, she knows what's up. Okay, so before Sophie rides Hurler, I wanted to pre-ride it, see how it is. I don't remember it being that rough, just kind of boring. It's kind of how I came away with it. It was a little bit rough in a couple spots, but nothing that would really hurt your head. Just you just kind of feel like the track. But man, what a boring layout. Jeez, I can't get over how bad that layout is. It's shockingly bad. It's like, who designed this thing? I think they only designed 2 coasters, just in the other Hurler, which is long gone. Carowinds, I think it's time, man. Get rid of this thing. Yeah, Sophie on her push for 300. Only the push for 300 can make her try out the one and only Hurler. Alright, we're waiting for the front row to maximize our smoothness. And possibly maximize our airtime, if that exists. $295. Sophie is 5 away. We're gonna get there at Dollywood tomorrow, I hope.
Yep.
Sophie, good?
It was fine.
Mid?
Yeah.
Not terrible.
No.
In the front row, it is smoother. In the back, there was a few moments where it's like, okay, it's getting kind of rough. That in the front didn't really have that. The airtime in the front, maybe like negative 0.0001 G. But hey, I'll settle for a smooth ride. A +1 for Sophie on the coaster credit. And that's the last credit she's gonna get here today. I think it's time for Fury, right?
Sure.
Fury round 2, we got row 7. That was phenomenal. Sophie just said it was fine.
Yeah.
Amy, how did you like Fury? Does it make you want to dance? I heard it makes you want to dance. I got proof. This tree is full of these little bugs. It's crazy.
That's a lot of seats.
Made it? Well, we just finished 3 rides on the Carolina Sky Tower. Thank you, Amy, for making us go 3 whole times. Say hi, everyone. Count to 5. You wanna go 5 times? We only went 3 times. Another awesome day at Carowinds.
Yep.
Are you more happy, excited, or tired?
Tired.
Tired. We were here for about 4 or 5 hours or so. I think Sophie has a newfound respect for Fury 325.
Yes.
I think so. She got 5 more credits. And yeah, all in all, another awesome day. Friday, not that crowded. Pretty much walked on everything except for Kitty Hawk, which for some reason people flock to. So we're out of here. One last park on our trip, Dollywood. See you then. So on our way out, we noticed that these people on Thunderstruck aren't thunderstruck. They are, in fact, thunderstuck.
Okay, sorry. I couldn't resist. It's a dad joke. Couldn't resist. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, please don't unsubscribe.